Hello everybody, thanks very much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. So today we have another power station from Bluetti. Thanks to Bluetti for sending this out to me for review and for sharing to you guys. It's the AC50B. It's a 448 watt hour power station. It also has a 700 watt pure sine wave inverter. But actually there's more to it than that, and we're going to get into that when we start going over the specs. But you know, when you're navigating through the world of all these portable power stations, it can become a little bit confusing. There are so many options out there. There are ones much bigger than this. There's some smaller. This one kind of sits in the middle. It's kind of a sweet spot for me. It's the size I like taking with me when I'm off-grid camping. Because they are so portable, if you charge them strategically, use them strategically, they can last a long time and really enhance your experience. So today we're going to review it, go over the specs. I'm going to show you what you can run with this, how much you can run with this, how I use it, how I charge it. Maybe it'll help you make a decision on whether or not you need one of these. I actually think everybody should have something like this, because with the new weather events that are happening more and more often, power failures are becoming more and more prevalent. Having portable power is really important for everybody. So let's get into the AC50B. So looking at the unit, it's very well made, really nice sturdy handle up top, and the front display is really well laid out. Very simple, which is all you really need actually. Power it on right there, power button is in the middle, your AC button is here on the side, DC is over here. Now you can run both at the same time, just one. If you're not using it, it's best to have both of those buttons shut off. Your AC outputs are here, 120 volt, 700 watt pure sine wave inverter is built in. Now they have a mode called powerlifting mode where you can exceed that 700 watts. We'll get into that later. Some DC outputs here, USB-C at 65 watts, another one, and a USB-A at 15 watts. Now, there seems to be more of a demand for high-capacity USB-C outlets these days, so it's nice to see that they included two on the front panel of this unit. Over here, another DC output, or your regular cigarette charger, 12 volt, 10 amps. Here are your inputs for charging through the cigarette lighter or charging through a solar panel, all on the front panel. Really nice comprehensive display, lots of information on there. We'll get into that in a moment. Now when you go to the side, here's your input for AC charging at home. There is a grounding screw included if you feel the need. A lot of information on the back specs wise. And there's a fan on this side. Also another fan over here to keep the unit cool. So here's the front display, very easy to read as you can see, input and output. There's lots of other information there, and there is an onboard menu you access by holding down the AC and DC button. Now the first item on the menu is the frequency. You can set this to 50 or 60 Hertz depending on where you live, and you toggle through the menu using the DC button. Now it goes down to PO3 next. That has to do with your charging modes. You can charge this on AC using silent, standard, or turbo mode. Now turbo mode can be enabled here, and it can charge this up to 80% in only 45 minutes. When time is of the essence, yes, you can use turbo mode, but the best way to charge this is on silent mode or standard mode. PO4, that has to do with powerlifting mode. Now it has a 700 watt pure sine wave inverter, as I said, but you can power items up to 1000 watts if they have a resistive load like a heating element. If you enable powerlifting mode, you can do that. Now PO5, that has to do with eco mode. Let's say you're charging your cell phone that has a very low power draw. Well, in eco mode, the Bluetti might actually shut down. So you might want to disable eco mode if you're charging something very small like a cell phone to make sure that that cell phone is going to get fully charged. PO6, well, that's to enable or disable Bluetooth. There's a great app that is available for this. I really enjoy using the app. Enable Bluetooth and you can use that app. Back to the top, and you save your settings by pushing the AC/DC button again. That's the onboard menu. Let's get into that app. So here's the Bluetti app. You can download it off iOS or any Android store. Now you can use the offline mode, or you can log in and register your account. I'm just using offline at the moment. It finds the AC50B very quickly. Click on that. And here's what you can do with it. Now it's showing everything that you need to know. 0 watts coming in from solar, 0 watts coming in from the grid. It shows DC output. It also shows AC output and the charge on the battery itself. You can turn on AC using this button here. You can turn on DC the same way. It's going to ask that question just like that. It's really nice to do that from the comfort of your own chair. Shut that off, same way. Now you can also access a bunch of settings. You can change the charging mode from standard, silent to turbo. Silent is just what it says. Silent, it's a little bit slower, but it's very, very quiet. Standard mode is what you would use most of the time. You can enable power lifting from the app if you have something high powered with resistive load to power up. Eco mode, you can change eco mode right here, AC or DC. You can go back. You can set this to go to sleep quickly, never, or within 5 minutes. I usually keep it at about 5 minutes. Advanced settings are just that. You can change it from 50 to 60 hertz, and you can factory reset if you like. The apps are very intuitive, not difficult to use. They're easy to get up and running. I recommend that you utilize the app if you get one of these. Runs just about any of the new Bluetti power stations as well. The AC50 can accept up to a 200 watt solar panel. That's pretty good. If you have a smaller solar panel, you can still use it. It's just going to take a little bit longer. Now, under perfect conditions, a 200 watt solar panel can charge this unit in about 3 hours. That's not too bad, but as we know, life isn't perfect. So let's see how much juice we can generate today, how fast we can charge this up. So let's plug in the solar panel, see how much juice we can generate. So at the moment, it's a mixture of sun and cloud, creeping up to 100, 104, 110. Oh, we're in full sun right now. The clouds just moved, that's good. 137 watts. That is actually pretty good for a 200 watt solar panel. I hope you can read that. 136, 137 watts going in. We're 75% charge right now. So that would finish charging up this in no time. So let's explore another way to charge up this unit using the cigarette lighter adapter supplied. Plug it into my truck, see what happens. You may as well use the power that your truck generates to charge this unit on the road. So right now we're sitting at 58 watts, 90, 102 watts. So we're up over 100 watts charging through the 12 volt cigarette lighter adapter. That's awesome. Better than testing I've done on some other units. So let's see how things go when we're plugged into AC. Right now I have it charging on silent mode and we're pulling in 171 watts. Now let's change that to standard. We're up to 276 watts now. That's a big jump. Let's go to turbo mode. Really jumping up now. 579 watts, 580. That's awesome. If you're in a rush, you're heading out the door, you need this charged up quickly, turbo mode is the way to go. For the longevity of the unit, And really, the best way is silent. This will drop it way down to 171. Here we go back to standard again, which is reasonably fast. But lots of options when it comes to charging the AC50B. So do you like to bring a toaster with you when you're camping? Well, let's see if you can use the AC50B to do so. I have a toaster plugged into the AC side. AC is enabled. I have a cheesy tortilla here. Let's put a toasting on it. It's in powerlifting mode. Powerlifting mode will keep it in the correct range so it doesn't trip the power unit, but still gives enough power to the toaster. Woo, that's hot. There you go. Cheesy and toasty, perfect combination. So you can use this to make toast on the road, steaming up the display. It's so hot. Nice. Here's an array of the items that I typically may plug into this AC50B. I have this fridge freezer going, I have a Wuzu fan going on max, and it's also oscillating. I'm charging this battery from my Bouge RV cooler. Camera batteries are charging, and I have my laptop on the go. And I'm still only using about 120 watts. You know, that's really nothing. You could keep this going indefinitely if you have a solar panel on the go. I mean, there's lots of capacity left on the inverter, and with a solar panel, you could stay out for weeks and weeks on end. Now, this is how I strategically use 2 units and a solar panel to stay out for extended periods of time. So I've said before, units like this AC50B and this little AC2A are ideal for the type of camping I do. We're usually on crown land, camping out of our boat, so smaller units work ideally for us. Now, I can stay out indefinitely if I strategically use 2 units and a solar panel. 1 unit will be charging with the solar panel, the other unit will be plugged into our fridge, the devices that we bring with us. When this unit gets fully charged, we simply swap them out. That way we can keep the fridge in the shade along with one of the power banks, and it's keeping the power bank cool, keeping the food cool, and then we just move the solar panel around the campsite wherever we need it, charging up the other unit. So that's why I really like using these smaller units. With a bit of strategy, you can stay out indefinitely, and because they're cheaper than the big units, you can get into the game for less money. So there's my review of the Bluetti AC50B. I really like a battery pack this size, very versatile, very portable, yet it has enough muscle to do everything that I need to do in camp. And it's probably going to be enough for you in camp as well. I'll leave links down below where you can check out Bluetti. If there's a coupon code, that will be down below as well. Check them out on Amazon during Prime Week. There's going to be sales for sure. Take care, everybody. We'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.